Welcome everyone to my flipped classroom. Today's lesson is about cell, and this lesson is useful for all science students at lower secondary level. We all know all animals such as humans, dogs, cats, birds, etc. and all plants such as crops, vegetables and trees are made up of millions and millions of cells. In this sense, cells are the fundamental unit of all living beings. Not only that, cells have other three important functions. First of all, cell facilitates the movement and transfer of energy and materials within and out of the cell and throughout the systems of the organisms. Energy and materials are transferred from one cell to another or throughout the um, system of organisms via diffusion and osmosis. We will talk about those processes later. The second important function of cell is cell division. Cell divides and helps the organisms to grow. For example, infants grow to become adults. Every organisms grow in terms of their size and shapes and maturity, and then they start producing offsprings. This process is called reproduction, and during this reproduction, cell transfer the genetic material such as genes and DNA from the parents to the offsprings. Well, what are DNA and genes? Genes and DNA are minute genetic compounds that carries all the genetic identity of the organisms and are transferred into offsprings during reproduction and cell division. So, what is a cell made up of, and what are the major functions of different components of a cell? Let's construct a simple scrapbook of cell and discuss its components and their respective functions. We will draw and describe different components of animal and plant cells respectively, and we also distinguish the differences between animal and plant cells. The outermost part of a cell is cell membrane, except plants have cell wall outside of their cell. The cell membrane is made up of double layer of phospholipids, and it controls entry and exit of objects and materials in and out of cells. It also communicates with other cells through different proteins embedded in it. The cell membrane is filled with cytoplasm. It is a gel-like fluid in which all the cellular structure and cell organelles are suspended or floated in. It supports the movement and transfer of these organelles and materials within and out of cells. Nucleus is one distinct membranous component of cell. The nucleus controls all cellular activities via protein sequences such as ribonucleic acids and all genetic characteristics via genetic materials such as DNA and genes. Close to nucleus there is a folded sac and tube-like structure called endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum performs carbohydrate metabolism, lipid, protein and hormone synthesis. There is another folded and tubular channels called Golgi bodies that collect and dispatches the materials produced within the cell to required cells. There are numerous membrane-bounded structures called mitochondria. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell that burn glucose to release energy, which later will be transferred to the required part of the body or cells in need. Cells also have a large number of protein granules that are either embedded in endoplasmic reticulum or floating in cytoplasm and called as ribosomes. Ribosomes synthesize proteins from amino acids, which are essential for repair and growth of the organism. That's all about similar cell organelles. Now let's talk about a cell organelle that is only found in animal cell, which is centrioles. A pair of centrioles are found near nucleus. They help in developing spindle fibers that holds and separates chromosomes during cell division. On the other hand, plant cells have various unique cell organelles. For example, plastids, vacuoles, and cell walls. A cell wall is made up of cellulose and cover plant cells from outside. It gives plant cells the rigidity and structure. Whereas chloroplast contain photosynthetic pigments called chlorophyll that captures the energy from sunlight and use it to produce food in plants during the process of photosynthesis. Vacuoles are sacs within the cell filled with water and other main materials. They act as a disposal and recycling site for waste and proteins. They also help in store food and water. That's why animals eat frequently but plants don't. Well, this simple flipped video is merely a scratch on the topic cells and genetics. You can further explore online about the topics. Till then, sayonara, namaste, and bye bye from Raju.com.